Today I'll be discussing a fullback build of Seb. Like I said in my previous video, I don't think I'm qualified to speak about another position, so I've got Seb on, who I believe is one of the best fullbacks currently in Australia, to discuss his fullback build. Okay, so I've got the build up here. Seb, are you here?
Yep.
Okay, so why have you chosen 5'10" and 149?
I feel like height isn't a thing in this FIFA, and if you're small, like around the 5'10" mark, and your weight is around 149 as well, it's easier to keep up with them fast attackers. I have tested a build, bigger, taller than the 5'10", and it's too slow. Like trying to track down the line, it's too sluggish, and you get caught out so many times. So I feel like 5'10", 149.
You probably need the agility as well, because those
correct.
The wing is, I think, there are some builds where some of the attackers have something like 90 something plus agility.
Yeah.
When they're wiggling the stick, it's a bit hard to keep up.
Exactly.
Okay, so now we'll go into the skill point allocation. First, we got physical. So can you explain why you've got these certain physical points on?
Well, being 149, you're a bit light and you're a bit small. So trying to max your strength as most as you can is important. So mine currently is at 80, and I feel like that works fine for me.
I think that's decent. I think
yeah.
80s, I think it's a reasonable, because especially the wingers, I don't think many of them, like we said earlier, they don't really go tall. The strength isn't that high, they're probably around the 70 mark, 75 mark.
Yeah.
Then, as we discussed,
you get the odd
height,
occasion where you do come up against your.
You have 90 jumping here. That's
90 jumping,
enough.
yeah. Like that gets me out of trouble. Like, if I'm up against someone, that does get me out of trouble. And I feel like jumping isn't important in his FIFA as well, I don't think. So it's not maxed all the way, so 90 is fine for me.
We're going to defending now. So it's understandable that you have every defense thing on.
Yep.
But weird thing which I saw was the sliding tackle. Is there a reason that you have the slide tackle things on?
Not necessarily. I think it's just there. It's just there if I need it. Like if I need to slide, then I know that I might get the ball, might get good animation and that. Another thing more so is that there's not much else I can put my skill points onto. So I just feel like just trying to max into defending and having that maxed is fine. It works well.
Okay. So we'll go into dribbling now. Okay. So you have a lot of the dribbling on here, I see. What's the reason for this?
Agility, very important. Keep up with the attackers down the line, etc. Trying to cut in. Ball control, very important as well. If you get a scuffed pass, or or if you're trying to switch, etc. Dribbling, I don't use that much. Like very rarely I'll go for a run, but it's there anyway. Skill moves, I don't need skill moves. 3-star skill is fine.
Yeah, I agree with one of the main ones is the agility, because I think that's one of the big things in terms of helping to defend. Coincides with the defending and those stats. And then ball control, that's going to be high. 98, that's quite high.
Yeah, 98.
But it is important though for
the
big switches, because you do get switched quite a bit.
That's correct, yeah.
Flare pass though, that's an interesting one as a fullback. Why do you have that on?
There's actually no reason why I have it on, actually. Like, looking at it now, I probably could take it off and put 4-star skills on if I wanted to, but then again, I don't use 4-star skills. I just think...
That's one of the ones I've been
I think it's there because it does get you out of trouble. Like, there is moments where you do receive a pass and you're getting closed down by someone, and maybe you could use it to get it out of trouble, but I don't think it's not necessary, and you don't really need it, I guess.
Okay. Now we'll go into passing. You got a bit of the passing on. What's the reason for this?
Long passing, very important for the switches.
Yeah, agree.
I feel like you need that. It's not necessarily maxed all the way, but 85 is fine. Short passing as well, I feel like that's good enough in fullback. Don't need any more than that.
Then you have giant throw on.
Giant
throw
throw,
in.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's mainly 11v11. You get
Yeah,
the ball.
I think every fullback has to have that on.
Yeah, every fullback should have a giant
Just
throw.
kind of like a get out of jail card.
Yeah, get out of jail.
Especially
Throw
if you're
down
in
the
deep.
line. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's done. So now we're going to shooting. And I see here you really don't have anything on, which
Nah.
makes sense as you're a fullback.
Yeah, nothing on.
What's the
just a
reason for 3-star?
3-star?
Yeah.
I think 3-star for me is good enough.
Does that happen much where you go for a switch in it? So I'm guessing are you left foot or right foot?
I'm mainly left back for Razor, so I put left foot on.
Okay. Does it ever like change your whenever you take a switch randomly?
Yeah, it does.
You
Yeah.
ever use your right foot? So it does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes I use my right. Yeah, like if the switch is open, right, and no one's marking on the other side, then I'm happy switching my right because I know I'll still get there.
Okay. So now we're going to pace. So you only have two. You got 2 on the left and 2 on the right. It's probably a bit controversial because I think a lot of people, especially on AGN, a lot of them have max pace.
Max
I don't
pace.
use pace at all. I think like if your positioning is good, you don't really need it. As a fullback,
Yeah.
it's interesting. I think 90% of fullbacks will be running full pace. There's a
Max
reason
pace.
for this.
Oh, there isn't much of a reason. I just feel like it's very expensive.
It is,
Pace.
yeah.
Very, very expensive, and you're gonna need at least what 30 skill points to have it maxed.
Yeah.
And
I think the main thing is, do you ever get really beaten by pace? With 84
yeah, I do. I
and
do.
83
100%
sprint
I
speed.
do. Yeah, I do get beaten by pace.
In
100%.
terms of chip through balls or just sprinting at you?
Through bowl, probably a bit of both. Especially,
Interesting.
probably chip through bowl is probably the worst. Actually, yeah, chip through balls are the worst, but I do get beat with pace. But if your positioning is right and if you're tracking, then that's not a problem.
Okay, so we're coming to the end of the video now. So Seb, there's 3 your most important tips, or your 3 best tips for other fullbacks. Okay.
Firstly, I think calling for the switch as a fullback, making space, making sure
I'd
you
agree
got
with that.
make sure you got space for the switch, just so your teammate can get out of trouble.
Yeah,
Very
because that's a big
important.
thing I find in 11 vs 11 is the swarm. The swarm's pretty big, especially in
Yeah,
our competitive
it is.
league. And
It
it's
is.
hard sometimes because whenever I play in DM, you focus on like your area, your zone.
Yes.
So you can't. It's hard to sometimes just quick glance, but if you just call for it, it helps.
Yeah.
Yeah. So number 2, your second
Number
tip.
2, I think composure on the ball is a big thing. Passing out of defense. I feel like if you don't have that composure, and if you're not like I mean I'm not perfect. I struggle sometimes, but I feel like if you don't have that composure and you're not passing out of defense and you turn it over, you will concede, and that's massive.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, you need to be good on the ball. Like you can't, like if you got your pass, if someone open, you pass it. You don't take you don't
you
take
said,
your time.
If you buckle on the ball in fullback, you're going to have that 95 paced winger sprinting. Okay, so now on to the third and final tip.
It sounds simple, right? But tracking your man is is important. Like, I do get called out as well, 100%. I'm not gonna deny it. But that's just me maybe slacking off or pushing too high up.
Yeah.
But I do make sure that my try to not get beat down the line. You get beat down the line if you're
it's
not
almost got to
tracking.
be the number 1 priority as a
It is.
fullback.
It is.
Because if
Like
you're
I said,
beat,
like
you're the one in the back with, you probably have second highest pace in the team based on stats.
and
'Cause if
yeah,
you're beat,
you'd be close to it. Yeah.
striker can almost like do like a diagonal sprint straight to the box. The centre backs have
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
minimal
Correct.
pace.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's everything, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so thanks for
Yeah.
coming on, Seb. Appreciate that.
Otherwise, thank you.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the vid, please subscribe, and if there was a position you want me to cover, write it down in the comments below.